Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with Golden Opportunities Coaching. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is we bring about conversations about a variety of topics, and we do that in a coaching mindset. And there's over 450 audios for you to check out, a variety of topics. If you're struggling with things like, am I depressed? Is my anxiety getting the better of me? I coach people through kind of finding balance, and that's one thing I love to do for my clients all over North America. And so if that's something you think you'd benefit from, feel free to reach out. There's a couple ways to do that. The first way is through Twitter at PO Perception, or second way is through the About Me section of this page. There's my websites there. You can go check that out and kind of get that going in a positive direction. In any event, today we're going to talk about, is it depression or is it just a bump in the road? So a lot of times people have depression related symptoms and they think they've got it managed. I know many people, especially people who have been raised in family dynamics or growing up in dynamics where emotions and the acceptance of them, positive and negative and neutral, is kind of pushed to the side in favor of a more practical or here and now hands-on approach. Just get through it, just get past it. And so a lot of times, people that have depression just think, I'll deal with it later. I'll kind of I'll be better sooner or later. But part of this is, and I'm going to run through, I'm going to run through about 5 things here that are important, maybe 5 to 6 things that are really important when trying to decide, is it depression? The first is, you can't break out of it. Like, you've spent several hours, several days, sometimes several weeks. Usually, from a clinical perspective, depression is considered 2 weeks or longer. But I would even say this: if you get to like that week and a half and you have a good day but you go right back into it, that could also be depression. So a lot of people have the misnomer that a depressed person is going to feel the same way every day, but the reality is more it's the resting state of your emotions. And so if you are more uninspired than inspired consistently over several weeks or months, there's depression. Doesn't mean you can't have a good day or even a good couple of days, maybe even a good week here and there. Even that doesn't necessarily mean you've broken free if you return to that feeling after, a big event or meeting new people or whatever the case may be. The next one is, you can't make choices. So indecision, indecisiveness, self-doubt, and all of that kind of causes you to recycle your thoughts, recycle your decision making processes, and never really come to resolution, is a huge, huge containing factor for depression and anxiety and other forms of mental illness. So if you find, hey, I keep feeling like I'm over this, but I keep coming back to it, and you're kind of, always looking for ways to feel better, but it never seems to stick, and you're also not able to make choices about how to move forward, what to do next, that's a real sign that there's something mentally and chemically and thought pattern subliminally, subconsciously going on, and getting some help might be a good idea. The next thing is, if you can't find happiness or joy. So a lot of times what happens is people with depression struggle with what's known as muted emotions. Meh, I'm apathetic, I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm just average, I'm just here. And you almost slink into the back. But the things that you used to have joy about or interest in, which is kind of the next thing here, is ultimately, you know, that's a big piece of extended depression that's either going undiagnosed or unacknowledged within you, or probably both. The things that used to interest you, your hobbies, the people you used to hang around, the places you used to go, they just are listless. You'll go, you'll be there, but you'll be almost in zombified mode. It won't bring you the emotional satisfaction that it used to, and if that persists for an extended period of time, it's another sign that you're in over your head as it relates to your own emotional state. And so the next thing in this type of situation to look out for is you can't function. Now, that could mean you can't get out of bed. That could mean you can't get up, get dressed, shower, do the things that eat, sleep, do the things that you need to do just to be a surviving human being. When a person is overwhelmed by depression, a lot of times it's just, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to stop binging Netflix. I don't want to do anything that requires any actual thought. And it doesn't mean that you can't have a day like that. But again, it's more about the cumulative effect. So if, you continue to kind of build in that way, there's challenges there. The last one is you don't know what set you off. If someone were to say to you, well, why were you upset? Why are you upset? I don't know. Well, how long you been that way? I don't know. Well, what set you off? I don't know. If you don't have the ability to kind of balance the cause and understand at least part of the cause, this could be more problematic because you just think it's just the way you are now rather than an illness that needs treatment and something looked at. Anyway, hopefully this has been helpful, and I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground and your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.